Hi, welcome to Marker Board Videos. My name is Nancy Foote. Today's video is the next in our series, Math in Minutes, Algebra 1, and we're going to talk about evaluating monomials, raising them to an exponent. So powers of monomials. Basically all that means is you're going to have sometimes a constant and a variable, sometimes just a variable, and you're going to raise it to a power. Now, as you already know, the exponent acts only on the thing immediately preceding it. So this square acts on the parentheses. This square acts only on the v. Keep that in mind. That's going to be the trickiest thing probably you're going to have to remember. But the exponent acts only on the thing immediately preceding it. So 7 times 7, 7 squared is 49. And as you know from a previous video, when you raise a power to a power, you multiply it. V squared squared becomes v to the fourth. You're probably going to get these pretty quickly, so we're not going to do too many examples, but let's just do a couple more. 8k to the 7th, m to the 3rd, n to the 3rd, and all of that is squared. So my 8 is squared, my k to the 7th is squared, 7 times 2 is 14. My m to the 3rd is squared, m times 3 times 2 is 6. And the same thing for my n, and I'm done. 4, h to the 9th, k to the 5th, j to the 8th, to the 3rd. 4 times 4 times 4, h 9 times 3, k 5 times 3, j 8 times 3. And you're done. Now there's two things I want to caution you about. One is when you have a number or a number and a variable outside of the parentheses, you're going to leave it alone. It doesn't get acted on by that exponent. So if I have 8m times parentheses 2m to the 6th, n squared, z to the 6th, and all of that is to the 3rd power, you leave your 8m alone for now. That cube acts on the 2, 2 times 2 times 2, acts on m to the 6th, 6 times 3, acts on the n squared, 2 times 3, acts on the z, 6 times 3. And now that you have this, you can combine your 5 and your 8 into 40. You can put this m with those m's, and you get m to the 19th. And since you have no other n's and no other z's, you just leave them alone. But keep in mind that if it's outside the parentheses, this exponent only acts on the things inside the parentheses because that's immediately preceding the exponent. Also, let me remind you that when you have a problem, and let me write one down, 2h to the 9th, j to the 14th, k to the 0 to the 3rd power, anything raised to the 0 power is 1. So it's as if that isn't even there. 2 to the 3rd power, 9 to the 3rd power, h to the 9th to the 3rd power, that's 27, and 14 times 3, and that becomes your answer. That is true even if that 0 power rule, even if 5m to the 4th, n to the 6th, k to the 2nd, all raised to the 0 power, that whole thing becomes 1. So anything raised to the 0 power is 1. Please don't miss that. That's one of those ones they're going to try to trick you with. Don't let them. Be smarter than that. Anything raised to the 0 power is 1. If you have any questions about algebra, please leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks and have a great day.